What legal battles shaped NCAA NIL compliance? Imagine a world where college athletes could earn money from their fame and skills. That's what legal fights have been working to make happen. These battles changed how college sports handle athlete pay and rules. At first, the NCAA, which runs most college sports, said athletes couldn't profit from their names, images, or likenesses. They claimed this kept sports amateur and fair. But courts started to see things differently. They said these restrictions might break federal antitrust laws, which stop unfair trade rules. One big case was the Ed O'Bannon lawsuit. A former basketball player challenged the NCAA for using his likeness without paying him. The court agreed that NCAA rules were unfair and stopped athletes from earning money from their NIL rights. This case set a key precedent that athletes should have some control over their NIL. Another important case involved a court ruling that struck down NCAA bans on recruiting athletes based on NIL deals. The court said these bans hurt athletes' ability to negotiate NIL contracts and violated antitrust laws. It also said denying athletes NIL opportunities caused real harm by lowering their market value. There were also challenges to NCAA eligibility rules, like the so-called 5-year rule, which limited how long athletes could compete. Courts started to see these rules as unfair restraints that affected athletes' ability to earn NIL money. As NIL became more popular, courts viewed these restrictions as harmful to the commercial side of college sports. Some lawsuits came from individual football players who transferred schools or came from junior colleges. They argued that NCAA eligibility rules, tied to NIL deals, unfairly limited their options. Courts agreed that NIL had made college sports more about business, so NCAA rules needed to be checked for fairness. The biggest breakthrough was the House versus NCAA settlement. It was a $2.8 billion agreement that ended many restrictions on athlete NIL earnings. It also created new rules for reporting third-party NIL deals and set up a college sports commission to oversee compliance. For college football, these legal battles meant players could now negotiate NIL deals during recruitment and after transferring. The NCAA had to revise or drop many old rules that limited athlete earnings. New rules now requiring third-party NIL deals to be fair and transparent. Overall, these court cases pushed the NCAA to accept that athletes have rights to profit from their NIL. This has made college football more commercial and changed how the NCAA manages rules about athlete compensation and eligibility. These legal fights continue to shape the future of college sports and NIL compliance.